Here's the truth nobody tells you at the gun counter. Most of today's handguns weren't built with you in mind. They were built for range bros in their 30s who can bench press a truck and rack a slide without blinking. Try doing that with arthritic knuckles on a cold morning. It's not happening. If you're a senior shooter or you're buying for someone who is, you need a gun that actually cooperates. One that doesn't require a death grip to cycle, doesn't blast your wrist into next week, and doesn't cost more than your car insurance. Simple, reliable, forgiving. Today we're running through 15 handguns built for older hands, tighter budgets, and real-world use. We've got snub-nose revolvers, pocket pistols, rimfires, and a few hidden gems the mainstream channels never talk about, all under $200. And we're not just naming them. What we're telling you exactly why they work and where they fall short, because you deserve honest information, not a sales pitch. Let's get into it. Heritage Rough Rider. The Heritage Rough Rider is where we start, and honestly, it's one of the most underrated senior-friendly handguns on the market. This is a single-action revolver chambered in .22 LR, cowboy style, zero complexity, and practically zero recoil. The way it works is simple. You manually cock the hammer before each shot. That's your trigger prep. Pull the trigger, the round fires. No slide to rack, no magazine to seat, no recoil spring fighting your hands. Loading is done one round at a time through a loading gate, which is slow, yes, but deliberate and easy even for stiff fingers. It weighs around 33 ounces, and that heft actually helps absorb what little recoil .22 LR produces. The barrel is steel-lined, the frame is alloy, and the whole thing is built to outlast its owner with minimal maintenance. Accuracy is solid within defensive distances, and cleanup is about as simple as a gun gets. For seniors who want something that feels right in the hand without any mechanical wrestling matches, the Rough Rider is a breath of fresh air. It's not a fast gun, it's not tactical, but it's trustworthy, affordable, and forgiving. And sometimes that's exactly what you need. Sky CPX-3 380 ACP. The Sky CPX-3 is one of the most overlooked budget pistols in the subcompact category, and for seniors, it deserves a lot more attention than it gets. Chambered in .380 ACP, it uses a straight blowback system with a polymer frame and stainless steel slide, and that combination results in a slide that's genuinely easy to rack, even for weaker hands. Unloaded weight is around 15 ounces, and it carries 10+1 rounds. That's real capacity for a budget carry gun. The grip panels are soft polymer with subtle contouring. They feel secure without digging into arthritic fingers. The trigger is double action only, long and smooth, no external safety to fumble with. Field stripping takes about 2 minutes. Maintenance is minimal for seniors who want something they can carry every day without bulk, complexity, or wrist punishment. The CPX-3 builds real confidence. Load it up, put it in a pocket holster, and forget it's there. When you need it, you point and pull. That's it. It's not a competition gun. The sights are basic and the trigger reset is long. But as a daily carry option under $200, it stands out. A modern solution for real-world hands. Hi-Point C99mm. The Hi-Point C9 is one of the most talked-about budget pistols in the gun world, and that reputation is earned. It's chambered in 9mm, it's brutally affordable, and it has a track record of running dirty, neglected, and still going bang when it matters. The polymer frame and massive zinc alloy slide give it a loaded weight around 29 ounces. That's heavy, but that weight soaks up recoil better than any lightweight subcompact can. For seniors who want a full-power cartridge without a snappy pistol jumping out of their hands, the mass actually becomes a feature. Now, the downsides are real. The blowback design means the slide is thick and stiff to rack. For seniors with weak grip or reduced hand strength, cycling this thing can be a workout. The trigger is spongy but functional. The manual safety and mag disconnect are there but bulky. Here's the bottom line. If you can handle the weight and don't mind the tank-like profile, the C9 gives you full 9mm capability on one of the lowest price tags in the market. For home defense or glove box duty where you're not racking the slide every day, it earns its place. Just test that slide before you buy. Hi-Point CF380. Everything we just said about the C9 applies here, but softer. The Hi-Point CF380 is the same basic platform, same heavy zinc alloy slide, same blowback reliability, just chambered in .380 ACP instead of 9mm. And that caliber difference matters. .380 ACP produces less recoil than 9mm, which makes this big, heavy pistol surprisingly comfortable to shoot. The weight dampens the impulse, the soft caliber does the rest. For seniors who want the Hi-Point durability and simplicity without even that extra 9mm snap, the CF380 hits a sweet spot. The sights are large and easy to see, a genuine win for aging eyes. The trigger is heavy with some creep, but consistent. Slide racking is stiff. So if you plan to chamber a round regularly, test that first. This is not a carry gun. It's blocky, front-heavy, and built for a drawer, a glove box, or a range bag. But for what it is, an affordable, reliable, easy-to-understand home defense pistol, it delivers ugly as sin. Works every time. Taurus PT-22 Poly. If there's one feature that makes a gun genuinely senior-friendly, it's a tip-up barrel, and the Taurus PT-22 Poly has one. Here's what that means. Instead of racking a slide to chamber the first round, you press a small lever and the barrel tips upward. You drop a round directly into the chamber, close it, and you're ready to fire. No slide force required. None. For shooters with arthritis, weak fingers, or grip issues, this single feature is a game changer. The rest of the package is sensible. It's chambered in .22 LR. Low recoil, low noise, cheap to shoot. Capacity is 8+1. The polymer frame keeps weight just over 11 ounces, and the double-action trigger is smooth enough for most hands. .22 LR won't win any ballistic awards, but it's better than harsh recoil that makes you flinch, miss, and put the gun in a drawer. Feed it quality ammo. Rimfires can be picky, and the PT-22 runs reliably. The sights are small, and yes, it's a modest caliber. But for a senior who needs something simple, light, and non-punishing, this Taurus offers real practicality in a very approachable package. Heritage Bar Keep. Think of the Bar Keep as the Rough Rider's more compact, more portable cousin. Same single-action platform, same cowboy DNA, but with a 2-inch barrel and a shorter grip frame that fits easily in a coat pocket or small holster. It weighs around 27 ounces, chambered in .22 LR, and comes in several grip styles from wood to synthetic. The short barrel means you're not winning any accuracy contests at 25 yards, but at close defensive distances, totally workable. The trade-offs are the same as any single action. You cock the hammer manually before each shot, and reloading is one round at a time through a loading gate, slow, deliberate, but for seniors who want something mechanical, nostalgic, and completely free of magazine drama or spring tension, this is a deeply satisfying gun to own and use. No complicated controls, no stiff springs, just a little revolver that does exactly what you expect every single time. Cobra Classic Derringer. The Cobra Classic Derringer is old school in every sense. 2 shots, break action, stacked barrels in an over-under layout, a palm-sized stainless steel pocket gun that weighs just under 10 ounces and looks like something your grandfather might have kept in a coat drawer. There is no magazine, no slide, no recoil spring. You break the action open, drop 2 rounds in, close it, cock the hammer, and fire. Simple doesn't get simpler than this. For seniors who genuinely can't operate a semi-auto, whether from hand strength issues, arthritis, or just personal preference, the Derringer is a legitimate option. .380 ACP out of 2 rounds isn't a lot, but it's better than nothing, and there's zero learning curve. Phoenix Arms HP-22A. The Phoenix Arms HP-22A is one of the few budget rimfire pistols that actually feels like a real gun. All-metal frame, fixed barrel, 10+1 capacity in .22 LR, and a street price well under $200. The fixed barrel setup helps accuracy at typical defensive distances, and the all-steel construction gives it a satisfying weight, that helps absorb what little recoil .22 LR produces. The slide is smaller than most centerfire options and reasonably easy to rack for a rimfire. Now, this gun has a learning curve. There's a manual safety, a magazine disconnect, and a separate slide lock. For some seniors, that's too many levers to remember under stress. For others, those extra controls are a comfort. Know yourself before you buy. Feed it quality .22 LR ammo and keep it clean. Rimfires are picky, and the HP22A rewards regular maintenance with reliable cycling. Neglect it, stuff it with bulk ammo, and you'll get failures. But for a range gun that doubles as a backup, something with real capacity, real accuracy, and a solid feel in the hand, the HP22A punches above its price. If a steel-framed .22 sounds right to you, this is the budget version done well. Kel-Tec P32. The Kel-Tec P32 occupies a caliber sweet spot that doesn't get enough credit. .32 ACP. More effective than .22 LR or .25 ACP, but noticeably less snappy than .380 or 9mm. And for seniors who need light recoil above all else, that matters. At just over 6.5 ounces unloaded, the P32 is one of the lightest centerfire pistols on the market. The polymer frame and locked breech design absorb recoil better than most blowback pocket guns. Capacity is 7+1. The double-action only trigger is long but smooth. There are no external safeties to fumble with. The slide is surprisingly easy to rack compared to heavier budget options. For a centerfire pocket pistol under $200, that's a genuine accomplishment. It's not a range gun, and it's not for general training. It's a deep concealment carry gun, built light, built thin, built to disappear in a pocket holster and stay there until needed. For seniors who prioritize lightweight, soft recoil, and simplicity, the P32 hits those marks cleanly. Still in production, backed by a real company and built with modern materials. In a crowded pocket pistol market, it earns its spot. Allen 9mm single shot. The Alauer 9mm won't impress anyone at a gun shop. It looks basic because it is basic, but basic is exactly what some people need. This is a single-shot pistol with no magazine, no slide to rack, no safety, and no mechanical complexity. You twist the barrel open, drop one round in, twist it shut, and pull the trigger. That's the entire operation. The polymer frame and zinc alloy upper keep weight just over 10 ounces. The double-action trigger is long but manageable, and there's no trigger guard, which actually makes it easier for stiff fingers to access. Should you carry this every day? No. Should you expect fast reloads under stress? Absolutely not, but for a senior who just wants a simple, low-maintenance last-ditch option for the nightstand, the glove box, or a remote cabin, and who genuinely can't operate a standard semi-auto, this is a functional, affordable answer, under $100. No manuals to memorize, no spring fights, no complications. It's not for everyone, but for the right person in the right situation, it's exactly enough. Rossi RB22LR. The Rossi RB22 is a double-action revolver chambered in .22 LR, and it's one of the cleanest budget options for seniors who want revolver simplicity with a modern feel. Unlike single-action revolvers where you manually cock the hammer, the RB22 can fire in full double action. Just pull the trigger straight through for each shot. That's a meaningful advantage for seniors who struggle with thumb strength or fine motor control. You don't have to cock anything. You just aim and squeeze. It carries 8 rounds in the cylinder, has a 4-inch barrel for solid accuracy, and weighs about 28 ounces, heavy enough to tame the soft .22 LR recoil completely. The rubber grip panels are comfortable and absorb vibration well. No magazine to fumble with, no slide to rack. When it's loaded, just point and pull. Cleanup is straightforward. Reloading uses a swing-out cylinder, which is faster than loading gate single actions for a senior who wants revolver reliability with the ease of double-action operation and the gentleness of .22 LR. The RB22 is a smart, underrated pick. Taurus 856. 38 Special. If you want to step up to a real defensive caliber without fighting a semi-auto, the Taurus 856 is your answer. It's a double-action revolver chambered in .38 Special, carries 6 rounds, and runs as simple as a gun gets. Pull the trigger, it fires every time. No slide, no magazine, no safety, no failure to feed. The swing-out cylinder loads and unloads easily, and speed loaders are available if you want faster reloads. The 8.56 weighs around 22 ounces in the steel version, which helps tame .38 Special recoil to manageable levels. The rubber grips are comfortable. The double-action pull is smooth with practice, and the sights are easy to see. For seniors who want something genuinely effective for home defense without the complexity of a semi-auto, the 8.56 delivers full stop. The street price dips under or right at $200 depending on retailer. For what you get, a real defensive revolver in a proven caliber, that's exceptional value. Simple, reliable, and built to last. Bersa Thunder .380 ACP. The Bersa Thunder .380 is the kind of gun that gun people know about, but mainstream audiences sleep on. It's an Argentine-made .380 ACP semi-auto with a steel frame, a single/double-action trigger, and a build quality that feels several price points above its actual cost. It weighs around 20 ounces, carries 7+1 rounds, and has real adjustable sights, a rarity in this price range. The controls are clear and logically placed. The slide is heavier than a polymer gun, but the reduced recoil spring makes it easier to rack than you'd expect. Recoil is mild and predictable. For seniors who want to step up from rimfire or compact pocket guns, something with more ballistic authority and more tangible quality, the Thunder .380 is a refined choice. It feels confident in the hand, shoots accurately, and maintains well. The one learning curve, single/double action, means the first shot fires with a long, heavy pull, and subsequent shots are lighter and shorter. That transition takes some practice, but for any senior willing to spend a little range time, the Bersa Thunder rewards the effort with one of the best-feeling budget pistols available. Heritage Barkeep Boot 22 WMR. Yes, the Barkeep gets a second entry because the boot variant deserves its own mention. The Barkeep boot is the same single-action platform, but in an even more compact configuration with a bird's head grip and ultra-short barrel. It's available with a convertible cylinder, meaning you can swap between .22 LR and .22 WMR. That gives you options: cheap range ammo in .22 LR or the slightly more energetic .22 Magnum when you want a bit more authority without much extra recoil. Weight is minimal, recoil is minimal, complexity is minimal, and that convertible cylinder is honestly a fun bonus that extends the usefulness of the gun without adding cost or mechanical complication. For seniors who want maximum portability, a deeply familiar revolver design, and the option to use 2 different cartridges, the boot hits a unique spot on this list. Ruger LCR38 Special. The Ruger LCR earns the top spot because it gets more things right for senior shooters than anything else in this price range. And it does it with the reliability of a company that's built revolvers since before most of us were born. Chambered in .38 Special, the LCR uses a polymer fire control housing and an aluminum frame to keep weight at just over 13 ounces in the standard version. Significantly lighter than steel revolvers while still absorbing recoil better than you'd expect. The rubber Hogue grip does a lot of work here, spreading recoil across the whole hand rather than concentrating it on the palm. For arthritic or sensitive hands, that grip design is genuinely different. There is no external hammer to snag on clothing. Double action only means you just pull the trigger. Long, smooth, and predictable every single time. 5 rounds of .38 Special. Swing-out cylinder for easy unloading. Fixed sights that are actually decent. Maintenance is minimal. Operation is the simplest possible. And the trigger on the LCR is regarded by many as the best factory double-action pull in its class. Smooth, consistent, and manageable even for weaker fingers. For a senior who wants something lightweight, genuinely reliable, easy to operate, and capable of real defensive performance, the Ruger LCR is the answer. It costs right around $200 depending on where you look. For what it delivers, it's the one gun on this list that's hardest to argue with. Aging doesn't make you a victim, it makes you a realist. You're not chasing tactical trends. You're not trying to impress anyone at the range. You want something that works when your hands aren't cooperating, your vision isn't perfect, and your patience for complicated gear ran out about 10 years ago. Every gun on this list was chosen with exactly that in mind. Whether you're a veteran who's been shooting for decades or someone picking up a handgun for the first time at 70, there is something on this list that works for you. No gimmicks, no hype, just function, simplicity, and confidence, because real self-defense isn't about what's trendy. It's about what works when it matters most. Stay safe, stay practical, and we'll see you next time.